getting ready to fire this thing up. It's been going for a couple of years, so just giving a couple of checks over. I always like to check the fuel pump, make sure the rack's all moving free, which it seems to be, so that's all good. Then I need to put some oil in here probably sometime into the governor there, and then you can also put oil into the bottom of the fuel pump and dipstick on there. So this is a Layland 600. There's my speed sensor there for the flywheel for the tacho. I've done a bit of work to it since it's been here. Put a new cutting edge on. You can see the old one's pretty much had it. All the bolts are rusted off too. Starting to bend. So this part here was easy enough, just cut it to the length we wanted. But the corner tips you couldn't get, so I bought weld-on tips. I'll put some pictures up. So this has been cut across here, and then the new one put on, and then this has all just been built up with weld to hold it all on. And then I filled this up with weld. Should be good. Got some new batteries. So I'm getting it out of the shed because I've been working on a big project I wanted to put onto this, and that is a set of rippers to go on the back here. Just been adjusting the brakes up in it, just checking the clutches out, and everything seems all good. Put the covers back on. So the ripper bolts onto the back here. Picked up all these bolts. Now these machines were built as crawlers, and then the blades were always fitted afterwards. So this blade was fitted in Australia by more machinery. There's a badge here. More road machinery. So they built the blade and fitted all the hydraulics on. But it makes them very front heavy. So yeah, it upsets the balance quite a bit. So I thought, well, it'd be good to put something on the back. And well, it's either a winch or build a set of rippers for it. So that's what I did. It's been a pretty big project, but it's been fun. One thing that obviously you had to do was this control valve. The original one was only a single spool for the blade. So I got this valve off a Case 1000D dozer and adapted it to fit on here. So now I've got the second spool to control the rippers. An adapted plate to go in there. Trickiest thing was all these hard lines. So this is half of some of the original fitting to here, and then all this was made up. Same with this one, made up and adapted to go from that one to the UN O-ring. This being a sectional valve, it's pretty good. It all splits apart. I'll put a picture up. It didn't have any linkages at all on the valve, so I had the pivot point down here for it. So I machined all these up, made the levers, and then made hard lines out of inch pipe. I couldn't get a bend on the top there, so I had to pie cut it or lobster back it, and then bent them round into there. And then they come out to the back, and then I'll go onto the hoses. Modified the back cover to clear them. So she's nearly ready to start it up. Put all new gauges in it, even wired the lights up. That's a spanner I made to do these nuts up. I started to bend it, so I had to just weld some extra bits onto it. And this here is a pressure fitting we've put into it, so when we do fire it up for the first time, we've got to double check the relief valve pressure, because this valve would have been a higher pressure than what this hydraulic system should run, so we have to lower the pressure. So we'll plug that in, and I've already wound the relief valve back a couple of turns, and we'll see what it does. Check the water. Yep, There's my little brass etching I made and I done. It's holding up really well.